In 1991, in an effort to create a mascot for the company, Sega released a game that would redefine platformers and create one of the most recognizable characters in gaming history, Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a reason that Sonic the Hedgehog is still a beloved character, and a lot of it has to do with his debut title on the Sega Genesis. This game rewrote the rules for platformers, showed that sometimes you could focus on speed over finesse, and was overall one of the most memorable games not only on the Sega Genesis, but of all time. But there are some things that even the most hardcore Hedgehog fan doesn't know about the original title in the series, so this is your chance to learn about the game. Let's start at the very beginning. The original character designs actually called for Sonic not to be a hedgehog, but to be a trapezoid with legs and a hairnet. This character ended up reading very negatively with test audiences, who felt that the geometric shape was simply too offensive. Sonic, of course, is known for his trademark red, horribly swollen feet. But did you know that those white stripes on them are not band-aids as some have thought? They are actually long strips of roll-on pain relief that he reapplies between every stage in order to keep his speed up. And how about his name? Believe it or not, Sonic was the third choice for the Hedgehog's name. They had to go with it because their first two choices, Nintendo the Hedgehog and Nintendo Entertainment System the Hedgehog, were strangely copywritten. When you defeat enemies, small animals pop out, but did you know that this was due to an oversight by the developers, who were under entirely the wrong impression as to how piñatas work? Nobody knows where Sonic stores all those shimmering rings he gathers, but series developer Yuji Naka has dropped strong hints that the flesh-like pouch on Sonic's stomach may just have something to do with it. Very few people know that the Sonic game is actually meant to be a significant allegory. That's right, the game represents postmodernist poetry. Sonic is the embodiment of the unreliable narrator, and the capsule at the end of each stage is representative of John Barth's The Literature of Exhaustion. Everyone knows that when you collect 50 rings and jump through the giant ring at the end of the level, you are transported to the horrible nightmare purgatory known as the Puzzle of Flesh. And of course, you must guide Sonic's tortured soul through these gaping maws of insanity to collect the 7 elements of sin. But did you know that within these horrible abominations of mankind, the backgrounds were designed to look 3D? There has been some debate as to whether this character's name is Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman. Well, in a 1994 interview with a prominent gaming magazine, Yuji Naka confirmed the most prominent theory, that he doesn't actually exist in the game's coding, and is merely a large-scale mass hallucination who has no corporeal existence, and thus, no name. The game was met with some strong controversy upon release due to its insistence at portraying drowning as a bad thing, which at the time was considered absurd. Despite billions of dollars spent by the National Drowning Lobby, the game was released unedited, and in many ways helped change the way drowning is viewed forever. Don't you just love how bright, how colorful, and how wacky the game is? Well, it's all because the whole thing takes place in a coma dream that Sonic is having. It also explains why the words "wake up please" are seen etched into Sonic's gloves if you zoom in. If you look closely in Spring Yard Zone, you can see a ruined city in the background. This is actually meant to be a hint that the whole game takes place in 2016 Detroit. Did you know that one of the level titles was mistranslated? The level Labyrinth Zone was originally supposed to be called the Motion Picture Labyrinth featuring the very talented David Bowie Zone. Here's a fun little Easter egg for ya. Although the show hadn't even been created yet, you can actually see a character from Sonic Sat AM in the first Sonic game. Let's pause right now. See him? Let's zoom in a bit. Ta-da! This strange, unknown creature would in fact make several appearances in the beloved cartoon. So now you know a little bit more about the mysterious blue fast known as Sonic. So the next time you get a bit nostalgic and decide to play this classic platformer, you can impress your friends with all the knowledge that most gamers haven't seen. And of course, I hope this gave you a chance to learn about the game. Thank you and happy running! Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel to see more frequent video game content, including Learn About the Game, Dollar Store Gaming, and Game Boy Roulette. And a very special thanks to the World of Long Plays at longplays.org and the CubeX55 YouTube account for use of the Sonic footage played for us by Ricky C. I'm Brian J, and I will see you next time.